the first season of the Sunday SITREP. It's not just a tournament, it's a brotherhood.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sunday SITREP, the official podcast of the Armed Forces Fishing League. And this is our 16th episode, and we've got a good one today. I'm pretty excited. How about you, Nick?
I'm pumped.
Yeah, I'm gonna not keep our guests waiting too long. They're busy folks and whatnot. But what do you think? You want to dive into some results real quick? We did have a tournament this weekend. It's been a while since we've had one. So Georgia had their open tournament down there on Lake Hartwell out of the Boreals ramp, since they couldn't do it out of Wildwood. Is it Wildwood or Gum Branch? Gum Branch. Due to the hurricane effects down there, unfortunately. But they had a good showing. They had 10 boats for their second open tournament, being a brand new division down there. Pretty happy with them getting 10 boats so far. And they definitely raised some money for the Madison County Sheriff's Department for their Shot with a Cop event. So happy on that. But congratulations to Tommy Wartz and Bradley Day. They have 15 pounds, get a $455 check. I don't think that's too bad check for 10 boats, $80 entry fee. That ain't horrible at all. And then Logan, I'm not going to pronounce his last name. If you want to look at his last name, go to AFFL Georgia's Facebook. It's kind of a weird one, Budolf. I'll say it as Budolf, Logan Budolf. He had a big fish for 407, took home $200 on that. And Philip told me that was a spot, so good for him. That's a dang good spot for sure. Yeah. And it looked like everybody caught fish. I'm sure they all had a good time, and thankful for that. And hopefully we'll have them back for our qualifying season next year.
No doubt.
But other than that, do you want to talk on that tournament coming up next weekend? The Silver Buddy
Silver Buddy Smackdown on Lake.
Yeah, y'all got.
Yeah. Out of 19 Mile Bay. It's cold water fishing, so anybody up in the New England area that wants to go to it, it's an open tournament, no membership required. So they do it every year. It's the third year they're doing it. It's a good time, good group of guys. A lot of our anglers will be there. It'll be a good time. I feel like fishing in the cold. I do not.
Yeah, no, that organization's helping us out and helping get our word out. So we definitely want to, spread the wealth a little bit and get them out. After that, December 4th through the 7th, we've got our South Carolina team that won our national championship going to be down participating in the Bassmaster team championship on Kentucky Lake. And I'm excited for those guys, man. We sent some absolute sticks down there this year, and I think they have a really good chance of competing in the top for sure.
Yeah, it's just so cool to see, some of our guys go in there too. I know we say it every time, but it just hasn't set in yet. Like it's going to be awesome just to watch them walk across that stage.
Oh, for sure. And Gage, I was talking to Gage at church this morning, and he seemed pretty confident. They've got a good game plan going in. I know they're going to be moving some baits and keeping the boat moving, and I think that's definitely what you need to be doing on Kentucky Lake this time of year, for sure. If there's some guys I know here in South Carolina that have a chance to make it far on Kentucky Lake, it's those dudes. Like they're absolute studs. So please keep them in your prayers for safety. I know the water's getting cold down in Kentucky, but keep them in your prayers for that. We won't have a podcast until that weekend, so we'll definitely be reporting on that weekend. Definitely pray for them to be safe, have a good time, and hopefully win. I'd love to see them walk across the stage with Hank Cherry. That would be pretty that would be pretty cool. And then our next AFFL event we have is 14 December, Louisiana on Cross Lake. That's a benefit tournament for the Low McFarland American Legion post number 14. Make sure all you Louisiana boys get down there to that and support that Legion. It's a $100 entry fee, 85% payout, and the proceeds are all going to the Legion there to help those veterans out with everything they do. I know the Legions down there are pretty popular in Louisiana, so definitely going to a good cause for
I heard
sure.
that Legion is like pristine too. Zach was
and it's on a lake, has a boat ramp. I mean, that's awesome.
They have like ballrooms. It's like a 2-story building, I guess. I heard it's incredible.
Yeah, It's pretty
Never seen
cool.
that.
Yeah, me either. Ours are usually little holes in the walls down here in South Carolina for sure.
Yeah.
But always got the best kind of people in them though. I mean, those
Oh,
dudes
yeah.
are great. It's always fun with them. But before we bring our guests in real quick, just make sure you guys are like, sharing, and commenting hashtag #DSITREP for a chance to win a t-shirt and some Southern Fusion barbecue sauce. We've been giving that stuff away for a pretty good while now, and I think everybody's been happy with it so far. I mean, I haven't heard any complaints on the barbecue at all whatsoever.
How can you?
You really can't. And make sure your comments look just like that. I'll put up on the screen right there. Every once in a while, we get people that throw a space in it or misspell it. Just make sure double verify it looks just like that. Hashtag #DSITREP, or it will not count it. Anything else you want to dive into, Nick, before we bring our guests in?
No, I don't have anything right now.
Roger that. Well, let's bring them in. I didn't introduce it. I didn't talk about the topic. I kind of hinted at it a little bit, but if you didn't read the things going or the feeler we put out, we are bringing in Mr. Hank Cherry and his bride, Jacqueline Cherry. And we got John Lanier, one of our South Carolina anglers that helped link us up. What's going on, y'all?
Hello.
What's up?
Tonight?
I feel like I need to tell you, talk to me, Goose. Austin.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
got
the
a
mustache?
It's so awesome. Talk to me, Goose.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I like it.
I dig it.
I'm kind of tired of it. Every time I eat, I have to go to the bathroom and wash it out. That's not fun, but
I like it. I like it.
I enjoy it. I don't look 12 years old anymore. I don't think.
True.
So
Bless.
it helps. People don't look at me like a child. But yeah. So Hank, how's the elbow?
It's here. It's about all I can say. I haven't done anything 7 weeks now, 7.5 weeks now. I've done absolutely nothing. A little bit of physical therapy. Watched every show I think that you can get on YouTube TV or Netflix, and just kind of
We're still married.
deal.
Just we're good.
I picked up my new boat. Bass Cat sent it down. The Great Outdoors got it. Finished rigging it. It's in the garage. There's nothing in it. No gas. It's just sitting there waiting on the driver.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad. The weather's starting to get good for fishing though.
Yeah, I bet.
I informed her earlier that starting next week, the highs around here are like 41, 42 degrees. And
That water temp's gonna turn.
I'm not going fishing, but I'm going hunting somewhere, somehow.
I don't know.
I'm not allowed to, she's already told me I'm not allowed to climb anything.
No.
But I figure I can act like a sniper, get in the bush, maybe put up a shooting table, put a tripod, death grip, a ground blind.
You got a good guy right here to hook you up.
I gotta go hunting.
Mm-mm. I feel like you're gonna say like the jerk baits call it or something. It's cool. I don't know what you're
It's
gonna
not
say.
that cold yet.
Okay. I'm just saying, I felt like that was coming for some reason.
No, love is in the air with the creatures. You're running around.
Yeah, it's that time of year.
They need to go out there and counsel a little bit.
Yeah, they're chasing them does. That's for sure. They should be.
Yeah.
They should.
I feel like the weather has not. It like we felt like it was extended, but we haven't seen as many deer out and about. But you're seeing a lot of bucks being killed. So
yeah,
at least that you are on Facebook. So I'm thinking something's going on for sure.
Oh yeah, they're definitely moving. I know the guy I was just talking about, one of Bobby's good friends, one of our good friends, Gage. That they were just in Illinois last weekend, and Gage was blessed with a giant. And Bobby's going to be in Illinois this week again. He's leaving Wednesday to go back up, try to fill his tag.
You talking about the Bobby you never hear from? That Bobby? Is that
yeah,
right?
Yeah. That man be busy. He is busy right now.
He is.
We miss him. I feel like it's been a while, but we miss him.
I hear that. Yeah, well, let's the main reason we had y'all on the podcast tonight was to talk about the Warriors Journey tournament you got coming up. So that's December 14th on Lake Hickory.
Yep.
Let's talk about that a little bit in the history of that. How many years have y'all done that now?
What is this now? The 4th, 5th?
I think it's the 4th.
Yeah, I want to say last year was the 3rd.
So John, you were 4 because you were the first one's where we met, so it's 4. Yeah.
4 years.
Because the first one we met you.
Yeah.
And then that's
right. Second and third one was out
like
of the
home.
out of the same
Yeah.
landing, and then
Yep.
So this
Now
year it's
we got
going out
this one.
of just moving it to Lake Hickory. Anybody knows anything though, that northwestern part of North Carolina got destroyed by that storm.
Right.
I was kind of thinking about taking it that way anyhow, but now it's giving those people that can get out the ones, because it's still really bad up there. No matter what anybody tells you, there's still some awful situations going on. But it's a little different reach. Some of the same fishermen cross over, but there's a whole nother group of guys up there that I grew up fishing against.
Yep.
That's just, it's just part, like I said, the tournament for me is just about giving back and bringing awareness to the Warriors journey.
Yeah.
And what
Absolutely.
what they do, what they provide, and just to have a little fellowship and fun going fishing. And Hickory, the fishing background on it can be tough, but in my mind, I still remember the Hickory of 25, 28, 30 years ago, where if you didn't catch 20, 25 pounds, you were going to take a stomping. It's not like that anymore, but it's still a good place to fish. You get a lot of bites, and they already have a huge local turnout for their winter trail.
Yeah.
They're just really, if I had to describe them, and they would tell you, I mean, my buddy Wayne that's up there, they're straightforward country folks, like to have a good time, enjoy fishing.
Annette and
Heck
Chad
yeah.
McKinney, they run the trail up there, and they're good people. They have a big heart for fishing. But when they approached Hank and asked, hey, look, can we bring it up to Hickory? We'd love to host it. We'd love to help. And different vibe, right? So we felt like it was a good decision, just to give it a different flow. And I think that's your future vision.
Well, they're big supporters of veterans up
Absolutely.
there, and I mean they're gung ho about their winter trail. Like I said the other day, I think we got something from Annette. I think the small fish in the tournament's up to like $1,300 or something.
So the smallest fish in
wow.
the tournament's going to win like $1,300. I was like, well, that should bring everybody out.
So John, you have a chance.
Yeah. Me too.
That
Yeah.
shaky head written all.
That's it. Shake your head all day. Because that's
We
what
can
we
make it happen. Yeah, we can make that happen.
But they're looking
everything
forward
else
to it.
though.
We got that. We've got the North Lincoln fishing team reached out the other day. They're going to come up, do the boat cleanups, and cook hot dogs and hamburgers. How many folks we're going to get? I don't know. I'm thinking probably between 100 and 140.
That's awesome.
I would love to see a record-breaking year, just because the way that our heart bleeds, I mean, for veterans, I hope that it can pour into our community, right? I mean, we've suffered, Western North Carolina suffered and is suffering still right now. And it's going to continue to rebuild and rebuild and rebuild for the next probably couple of years. And I just hope we can see like a lot of support with that, just because this is a community that just needs some joy. I mean, veterans need joy all the time, of course, but I mean, we all really need to come and rally together to bring some joy with what's going on right now. This is the time of year, right? I mean, this is the time of year that's hard for a lot of people. So I think it's a good time. I think it's going to be a good time for sure.
Absolutely.
So I have a question. How'd you guys get so involved with the veteran community? Do you have family in the military? Or just out of curiosity?
Well, I can answer that part. Well, my dad.
It's John.
Yeah, John did it all. Subliminal advertising. My dad, military, I forgot how many years. Retired, National Guard,
30.
highest rank he could get to.
38 years?
Sergeant Major.
Sergeant Major, right. Army and then Army National Guard.
Look, John froze. He looks like he's going. The connection happened though, actually, with Jacqueline and Kevin.
Yeah.
At a restaurant at an airport during a layover while they were watching Carolina-Kentucky basketball game.
Yep, Carolina won. Just so everybody knows.
That's how the connection with the Warriors journey came about.
Yep.
Okay.
And their interest in what I did and just trying to have the crossover, because as you guys know, there's a huge crossover between veterans and the outdoors. Yeah. Not necessarily just fishing, but just the outdoors together.
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, so it was kind of one of those things. Well, what can we do? How can we partner? It started as small and it's grown. And it's been a lot of fun. We've had a chance to help people, meet a lot of good people. raised a lot of, not going to say a lot of money, a good bit of money, but just the fact
$1 helps veterans, right?
Yeah,
helping one
it's
Absolutely.
a pretty good
is
bit, man.
huge. And just kind of getting the message out there, you know. We have a tournament at Hickory, never had there before. If we reach one person success, they get the help, whatever they need, that's a success to me. And people look at that. That's not much. That's one person that went and sacrificed everything for you and me. So you help one, that's enough. And I've always said it, you can't help 10 till you've helped one.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, John knows. I mean, the whole story with how we met John is even funnier. But like, I believe 100,000% in the power of what Jesus puts in your hands. Like, you don't realize things until he puts it there and you're like, okay. And you just kind of have to laugh at things. The Warriors journey, completely a weird, I mean, out of Atlanta Airport, if you've ever been to Atlanta Airport, what would have been out of all the restaurants at Atlanta Airport? I happened to walk in one and I happened to sit right next to Kevin with the Warriors journey and just happened to start yelling at the TV because Carolina's defense was stinking at the moment. And we sparked a conversation like, how does that happen? And then we meet John with a friend that my son played baseball with. It was his uncle that worked with John at McGuire. And it was like, what would do? But it was just weird. It was like situationally, it doesn't just happen.
It's
like
not
it doesn't. It's
There's
like
no coincidences.
God
Right.
moments, right? Like, I
Right.
mean, Austin knows, like, you guys, we've partnered with these people and now we look at you guys like family. You've come in our house. Like, I expect, you know, vegetables.
She gave you cornbread.
I was going to
Yeah,
say
the best thing
Yeah.
cornbread I've ever had in my life.
like,
That cornbread lasted like 6 seconds.
Yeah, cornbread.
Yeah.
like, I think that's a thing. Like, it's a family. It's created this bigger thing. And it's not about us anymore. It's like a bigger thing. It's a bigger power. It's a bigger audience. It's all the things. But like, John and Jordan are our best friends. Like, I mean, I don't know how we do life now without John and Jordan. Like, that's
Right.
John's wife, for those of you who don't know. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know how we do life without them. They're a part of our family. I don't know how we go about what we do, because there's just things that happen. There's people that come in your life. It's all situational, but all of this is just because I think a lot of people just really felt like Jesus was calling us to do more. And I
Right.
honestly believe that. I can sit here and tell you today, this has nothing to do with us. We are the hands and feet, and we are here to do more. And if we can bring somebody to the awareness and needing help, whether it's a church, whether it's you have severe PTSD, whether it's you just need a brother to say, hey, brother, I just need you for a minute, they can help you. And that's what it is. That's what it's about for us, is it's just one more person. It's not, we've got a brotherhood, even though we are not veterans. We've got a brotherhood that I could literally, I think I could call John and Jordan and be like, well, we need somebody to watch the kids tonight. Be like, we'll be there in an hour and a half, like without a question.
Right.
That's what it's about.
Yeah,
1,000%.
Yeah, and that's kind of the Warriors journey main focus, is that
It is.
networking, that brotherhood, and that's like our focus as well. Is that's our whole thing, is it's not just a tournament, it's a brotherhood.
Yeah.
Same thing, exactly like Hank said. You can't help 10 until you help one. And even if, like, put the money aside, I know that's the main thing about this tournament, is to get the money, you know, help them out financially a little bit, but that doesn't even matter as much as just, like you said, getting their word out there, bringing awareness to the Warriors journey.
Well, the money to them, if I just gave them $5, but I gave them 4 names,
They would be happier.
it would be just
yeah.
The money is just a way of us and as a community giving back, because
Exactly.
tell everybody, it's not come to the tournament if you don't want to fish. And then if you know somebody that's having issues with whatever they're struggling with through the armed forces, their families, the doors are open. There's ways. There's boots on the ground all over the place. John's part of that boots on the ground. He has been, that can help.
Right.
I mean, there's all kinds of, we can't imagine, even pretend. And I told John, I can't imagine what some service members have been through and what they go through on a daily basis. I don't know that. But I do know that if there's help available, it seems to me like the awareness isn't there. A lot of them don't know. They just feel alone, have no options, leads down lonely, bad roads. There's no need to do that.
Right.
But
Yeah,
$100 is going to get you fishing for the tournament. That's whether you're fishing by yourself or with a team. It's $100, and that is 100% going to the Warriors Journey. So we leave with, people need to understand that we leave with nothing other than the joy of that. It's going to an organization that we're very passionate about. But even if you don't fish, how about come down there and just be there? Michael Cates is going to bring in the firemen local to the area are going to bring the flag. They're going to have a fire truck. So it's going to be really cool. And we're going to have the flag flown. That's something new this year. So I'm super happy about that. There's going to be a lot of really good people. The Rumleys are going to bring in, like we said, North Lincoln High School, which is local to us. Good food, good company. So even if you don't fish, and we just love to see you.
All around, though, it's off to a much better pace than it ever has. I never wanted this really to be like the big stage come in, and because I think once you do that, I've done it long enough. It kind of takes the focus away from what it's for.
Yeah.
Right.
And like my buddy Norm Lowe, like he's a veteran, but he's like, look, hey, here's $500. I'm going to sponsor 500 veteran team. I'm going to sponsor 5 veteran teams. I mean, it's just things like that from the community reach out. You know, that you see that it makes a difference. I've known Norm a long time. He wraps all my stuff. We fish together. Probably the most brutally honest man you'll ever meet in your entire life. Do not ask him a question that you won't the direct answer to. It's not matter what
Nick,
it is.
He's from Massachusetts, so he's
Okay.
he's one of my favorite people because I can call him and we talk real.
Yeah, he is real. But, I mean, it's just we have some that have come from as far as Maine.
Yep.
This year we're going to see a lot of new faces.
Yep.
I'm sure a lot of the current fishermen that fish up at Hickory on the weekends are veterans or no veterans. So like I said, it's just another option for us. It's 22 miles up there. It's 22 miles to where I've had it before. These are all places that I grew up fishing. So it's just kind of my way to give back. Me and Jacqueline take care of the payout, which we always do good. I'll have things from my sponsors, sunglasses, fishing stuff, all that stuff, etc., to give away. I like people to go away happy, but I don't want them to lose sight of why we do why we're doing this, and that is to raise awareness. The funds are great, but the awareness is the big part. And usually a couple guys, Kevin, they usually get down for the tournament.
Kevin Weaver and his son Clay both served, and they try to make it down as well. So that's another good resource for you guys.
Like I said, John will be there, and we'll have the Warriors Journey Camp. We've got that and some information packets and stuff. It's just like I said, it's just try to have a good time. Hopefully the weather is good now with all that's going on, and the cold coming in is going to make the fishing better, obviously. And now it's not as comfortable for a lot of people, but everybody asks, why do you have to do it in the wintertime? Because schedules are so crazy during the spring. I'm gone. Everybody, their brother, their bass club, the BFL, to whoever is going on at one time, and you have everybody going one way. So it's a chance right there before the holidays really get cranked up with Christmas. And it's just a I don't know. The Saturday fishing trail up at Lake Hickory is like traditionally long. It's always been long. It's ironic that I'm going up there because like actually 6 years ago, they kicked me out of there. It's not the same people in charge, but they kicked me out. So I showed up. I just got my boat on Friday. One of the guys that runs it, Wayne, he knows the story. So I showed up on Friday. No electronics, just a trolling motor. Need to crank the boat. I said, we'll go to the Hickory Fish to Winter Trail. So we showed up. They were so excited we showed up, and we won. Showed up the next week. They said, you're allowed to fish this week, but you can't come back. I think we finished second that week. But that was just a select few. I still think it's funny, but I have no animosity or mean feelings that way. It is what it is. But we're taking it back up there. Annette and Chad and all those guys. I think it's funny. Annette and Chad and everybody up there, they do a great job. I think they're going to do a smooth job running it. And they're excited about having it. And that's the best thing. And that's like when I go off and travel, when we go fish, the fishing can be terrible, but if the people are excited to have us there, it kind of offsets everything.
Yeah.
Like the Sabine River, it's not the best fishery, but John's been there. Those people love to have us.
But it's a party, dude. I've never in my life. They literally have bands come out. It's a party at the Sabine River.
But hickory will be probably challenging for everybody that fishes.
Yeah.
The cool thing about it is, just like I always say, one cast, you can win a lot of money with the little fish. One cast, you can win a pretty good bit of money with the big fish.
Dude, I should go. If you can win $1,100, I should go, because I don't even think I could catch a fish.
Let's not get too
crazy.
crazy.
If you can't catch one, how are you
I
going to
know,
get a
but
little
I mean,
one?
but that's what I'm saying. If I can't catch one, but if I catch the smallest.
We're getting way
You
ahead of
hooked the
ourselves.
biggest fish in Lake Norman in the
Let's do it.
last tournament you ever fished, and you never went back.
And we're going to talk about that. Okay. Next question, Austin. What else you got up here?
I wasn't ready for that.
No, I'm going to tell you.
Really?
The true story is the night tournament. It's been a long time ago.
Are
It's a
you
long
really
span.
going here?
I'm telling them.
Oh, dear.
It was late in the night. We were fishing until like 3 in the morning. We hadn't caught anything. John's been on these excursions before.
Yeah. Well,
We went back in this one cut where I grew up fishing, and I told her, I was like, all we got to do is catch one big one, and then after midnight, I'll take care of the rest. She throws a chatterbait on a spinning rod with braid across the boat ramp, and I'm turning the boat, and all I hear is like somebody drop a piece of riprap off the bank and drag zinging, and I look back, and she's got the rod jacked in between her legs trying to reel.
I think I got hooked on something.
Yeah,
like
and it's
a
going,
rock or
all you hear
something.
is boom.
I don't know. It's too
I'm
late.
sitting in the light, and I'm like, that's 7, 8 hours big. Jump in the street light. Comes off, and she goes, oh, no big deal. And at this time, like, we're fishing for like a big pile of money. I was like, no big deal. She's like, we don't have anything anyhow. I said, if I catch 4 big ones in the next 3 hours, it ain't gonna be such a big deal. And like 25 minutes later,
This is so bad.
I had 4 really, really good ones. I looked at her, I was like, not a big deal, huh? And I think we finished second by like ounces, because it was no big deal.
But hey, he stayed married to me.
I did.
And we had 2 beautiful children.
He's real hard. He's really hard to fish with. People don't understand it because
Oh my God.
if you make a mistake,
I'm leaving the
You
chat.
can't
if
fish
you make a
off of
mistake,
the back of the boat. with
yeah.
It's
If you make a
awful.
mistake,
Oh,
he gives you that look like a father. He like turns
Right?
around, and if you make a mistake, and he'll just give you that look like, he wants to push you off the back of the boat, but
Yes.
he can't. So he just stares at you real hard, and then turns back around and doesn't talk. And you're like,
I've never done
or
I
if
don't know.
you're
I
in
want to be
the
this
back of
guy's
the boat-
partner again.
Well, he's power fishing, right? And you're on the back of the boat, and you're like, you're about to cast, and he's like, "Meh," and he's gone, and I'm like, hold on, let me reel it in. I'm coming, okay. And then as I'm going the next one, it's like I'm like, you can't. And I just sit and wait. I just throw it out in the middle of the water. I don't even think I could catch anything. It's just it's your world. We're just living in it. It's fine.
It's definitely always an adventure. I can say that.
Good word, John.
Yeah.
Good word.
Adventure.
He's dug hooks out of me before. It's been good, man.
That was my fault.
Yeah, he hit the trolling motor, and I ripped one.
No, he goes, I got it. Pow.
Put a treble hook in my calf. Hey, listen, for like 25 minutes, I sat back there trying to get it out, like pull it out, because I was like, there's no way I'm going to go and be like, this is in me, and he's got to get it. So, like, the rod's hanging off the back, line spooled up around my feet, and a treble hook in my calf.
And I'm still catching it.
And he's still catching fish, and I'm back there going like this right here. I'm like, no, I'm good, man. I'm going to get it out. Don't worry. It's good. And then finally he was like, let me see it. It was deep, bro.
Dude, I don't think he would have been a good soldier. He'd have been like, no.
Yeah, no. I will say this, man. The one thing I'll touch on with these guys, with Jacqueline and Hank, is, and the big thing is we always, Austin, you say it all the time, and I know Jared feels that way, and so does Bobby, being to come to their house and stuff like that, how much we care about them and what they do for the community. And it's the big thing is him putting on this tournament. When he does is the first year I went to it was cool to see it. Like I remember walking up with my son, and I was talking to Jacqueline and Hank and them. And then the years that have followed have just gotten better. But the thing is when they say it's 100% goes to the Warriors journey, it's 100% goes to the Warriors journey. There's nothing that comes back. This is strictly out of the goodness of that these people take out of their own time. Their kids come out and help, Bella, and they're always like, the big thing is like, last year Bella and Jacqueline were inside the weigh-in place. And I mean, like, it's one of those deals where, yeah, and it was cold, and and like Cece's out there just messing around. So like their kids are there, they're there, and it's not because his mom and dad came last year.
Mhm.
As a matter of fact, like his dad came. It was big to see that. So everything that they do is like I 100% can stand behind, because I know that there's some people we look at and you'll hear people say, "Oh, I love the veterans and I do this and we like to do that." And I give $3 to, the Wounded Warrior Project or whatever they do. I don't know, whatever you give to, that's great. Now, this is something that the Cherry family 100% stands behind, truly stands behind. And it's cool to see it. I mean, when I would go and tell Hank about the, AFFL, he's like asking about it and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, it's getting bigger. It's going to get bigger. It's going to get bigger. This thing's going to get great. It's really cool to be able to like sit with somebody on Hank's level where he's at in his career and go, "Hey, we got this that we're fishing in that," and it's coming up, and it's for veterans and it's for first responders and stuff like that. And for him to turn around and be like, that's awesome. What are you guys doing? How are you doing this? How are you doing that? It's like somebody that's interested. You feel it, and that's the one thing that whoever's watching, I want you to know, like some people show, he shows up. You know what I'm saying? There's some people that show a little bit. They do it for the show. And hey, we did this, we do that, and look at that, and let me get a couple more views. This dude doesn't care. Jacqueline doesn't. They don't care if none of that publicity stuff means anything to them. What they care about is, hey, I think it's what Kevin, the founder of Warriors Journey, told me. $1 is all it takes. $1 and you can help a veteran. $1, and he broke it down for me at lunch one day and told me how that $1 will take care of a veteran. So everything about this tournament, yeah, it's about to go out. Let's go out. It's competitive. Don't get it twisted.
Oh, yeah.
The most competitive, one of the most competitive, what I say, my best civilian buddy is one of the most competitive people I've ever met, and he's sitting right there. That's my best. We're competitive over just driving down the street, with stuff, like. Yeah. So I mean, don't get it wrong. This is competitive, but at the same time, when he says like, "Hey, we're looking at what," don't want people to get lost in the fact that, "Oh, I'm going to get a pair of this glasses, or I'm going to maybe have a chance to get this or a fishing rod." Don't worry about that. You'll get some stuff, but the big thing that you're getting is you're getting an opportunity to help somebody. That's what you're getting. You're getting an opportunity to help somebody that, may or may not know that there's somebody out there that cares about them, and Jacqueline and I have sat and talked. I've talked to Jacqueline for hours on the phone before about, some of her past with her family and stuff like that, with the drug addiction and things like that. And she links, and it's easy for me to talk to her because she's like, "Oh, I know what you're going through because I've seen it, and this is how." And you either have to, those people have to want the help and stuff like that. And Jacqueline's helped me through that process of like, because there's not every veteran wants help, but we want to be able to sit there. Let us give you the opportunity at least. You know what I'm saying? So, it's one of those deals where it's cool to sit here and be able to like be a part of something that's grown so much in the last 4 years, and it's like watching it take off and just watching how much it does give back to the veterans, how much it does help our community, just like you and Nick do. Austin, you guys are huge in the veteran community now with the things like these tournaments. I mean, Philip Hunt doing the stuff in Georgia, giving back to the sheriff's department and things like that. I mean, this is big stuff, and it's a blessing to be a part of it. But I do want to, I wanted to make it clear. Like, I know some people look and go, "Oh, well, there's got to be something." No, there ain't nothing. That he don't even get gas money. Jugger's out there spending his day out there with us. And the cool thing is I say this often, and then I'll shut up. But the one thing is that I say often is I've been to a lot of Elite Series events. I've had the privilege to get to a lot of them this past year, and I watch. Usually, I stand out to the side there and watch everybody weigh in, and all the guys come up and talk. There's one guy every time. Doesn't matter if he caught 15 pounds. Doesn't matter if he caught 5 pounds. Doesn't matter if his day's just full blown crap. The first thing he always says is he thanks the Lord, thankful for his family, and he thanks the veterans. And he does it every single time. There's one guy that does it, and that's him. He does it every time. And it's like that speaks volumes in the fact that it might not mean anything to him because it takes a couple seconds to go, hey, I just want to thank the veterans and the first responders because that's what makes this happen, kind of deal. Like, it doesn't take long to say that at all. But to us, guys that are men and women that are sitting back, we're like, hell yeah, dude, thank you. Because you could have easily said, man, my day was crap. I freaking threw this and couldn't catch this, and the walls were coming in, and my boat broke, and everything else. But no, dude, this dude's like, hey, man, I freaking thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you making a way for me to be able to do what I love to do, my passion. So it's cool to watch that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'll shut up.
And like to foot stomp that's not just a sentiment for attention, right?
Yeah.
Which a lot of people some people might start to think that or whatever. Who cares what they think, to be honest? But a sentiment to that I witnessed of why it's not just for attention. So y'all brought me into your home last year at the Warriors Journey and fed me the best cornbread of my life. And some amazing vegetable soup. And
I think Jared and Bobby were sticking it in their pockets trying to leave with it.
That stuff was amazing. But what really stood out to me is the first thing we did when we came in the house, we kind of turned it and I noticed the trophy wall. And obviously the first thing you see is the 2 Bassmaster Classic trophies sitting there. And then immediately after that, I noticed a Navy uniform top. And I was like, I looked at Hank. I was like, oh, is that your dad's uniform? I knew your dad was in the military at that time. I didn't know he was in the Army and a sergeant major and everything. So I just was like, oh, that must be his dad's. And he was like, no, some guy traded me a jersey for it. And I was like, oh, that's cool, And then I started to look, and over the whole trophy shelf, every little nook and cranny in there is a coin, a patch, somebody's name tape, whatever, all over the place. And there's professionals all over the world in every aspect of sports that men and women have given them items like that. And I'm willing to bet you that there are very few, if any, that have every piece that's been given them displayed with their trophies. And the Bassmaster Classic is what we all dream of as fishermen. Every red-blooded American man that has casted a fishing rod for a bass has thought about what it would be like to walk across that stage and lift that trophy. And the fact that you have every piece of military memorabilia given to you from the men and women that have served this nation, and you honor them by putting that right next to your trophy, speaks more on your character than any action you could take in a public realm. So if anybody thinks that it's for attention, BS. That's all I got to say. BS, because guaranteed right now I could take my uniform top off and give it to another professional in any other aspect, and it would probably end up in a box in a closet or in the trash. That's a fact. But not with this man right here.
The Navy one you speak of, I
wasn't there.
took my shirt off right after I came off stage.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Well, it was that we have a picture of the switch. Like I think he had the jersey on and Hank was holding it up or something like that. It was pretty cool. And then
I literally just fished out of it. I remember. It
probably stank. I think I might have messed with the cat. I think I told the cat, like, please wash it. But like this past year, we've had the honor of adding. Bobby gave us a rain. Well, no, I'm just saying there's several things we've had to add that
Don't talk about all my secrets.
Whatever. we've had the pleasure of people adding in. John gave us a flag that we added in that's on.
That was fun in Iraq, right?
Yeah, it's flown in Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
Yeah. John gave us a flag, and then Jay Johnson, I think he's on here, gave us a fatigue. John's going to get mad at me because we've had this talk. It's not a fatigue anymore, right? Don't get mad at me.
He gave you his top, his multi-cam top.
Okay.
His jersey.
His jersey. That's
Jersey.
right.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's
because for the longest time he educated me. It was called fatigue, but then it changed over the years. But that's in here, and
We've got several tabs. We've got tons of coins. Our friends that are local, Chad McCall, he is a local CMPD. He's given us some CMPD stuff for Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department. So I've got them all the way from upstate New York.
Well, Trump, we got a Trump letter in
Yeah, my
there.
Trump
That's
letter's
pretty
in.
Oh, I
cool,
forgot
too.
about that. Yep.
Yeah.
You do have the Trump letter. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Do I need to get
His signature is really very distinct. It's like kind of cool, but no, I think it's the thing about that. It's what people don't understand. A lot of thing about Hank. No, I mean, John knows, but he didn't come from much. Like everything he's gotten in his life, he's worked really, really, really incredibly hard for. He wasn't somebody that was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He wasn't given everything he has. Like he's worked for every single bit of what he has. And I know that wall, when he looks at it, like people may think, oh, he did it to boast. No, there's no boasting. It is 1000% a wall that he looks at, and it's accomplishments because of things that he's been able to either give back to or that have given to him that means something. It's like it's probably like John's tattoos. Like it means something. Like it has a meaning. There's a definition of a piece of him that sits up there. I mean, the right side is the kids, where they've gotten their little rings and like their honors they've gotten at school. And I said, all right, kids, well, this right side's getting ready for a blue trophy because that's coming next year because 2025 is the comeback year. So like, it's like, there's things. And then when Christian and Bella decide that they want to make decisions and do things, that's when that's going to go there. But there's a lot of pride in that wall, and it's not pride like just him. It's pride in that it's more than what we are. Right. There's Bella.
Hey, Bella.
She's ready for Christmas. She's got her elf sweatshirt on.
Bella girl.
It ain't even Thanksgiving yet.
No,
I know, but she's ready for Christmas.
Yeah, she's ready to rock and roll, cuz.
Yeah.
She is.
Best time of the year.
Yeah. But I want to make sure that for some piece that I think that I take a lot of when Kevin and Clay and I talk from the Warriors Journey, one thing that I want to pinpoint that I really love about the Warriors Journey, that I think it's different from all other organizations. Now, John's with Fishing for Warriors has the same concept, that when you're giving to an organization like Fishing for Warriors or the Warriors Journey with you guys as well, you're warriors, right? The Warriors Journey supports warriors. So if you called in or you emailed or you chatted and you need something and you call there, they're not going to send me, right? They're not just sending a civilian in there. They're actually getting you connected with someone who has been in your shoes. It may not be necessarily the same branch of military. Most of the time it is, but they try to find someone that understands what you have literally walked in. And that's warriors fighting for warriors. I have heard, because I've asked the question, that means something. That you're not going to an organization where someone like me who has no idea what I'm doing is going to talk to you. That you're getting another warrior that's going to talk with you, help you. And the Warriors Journey takes also, they've had, I think it was at the end of last year, I know, and I'm sure it's more this year. It was like 1,200 calls they had gotten and 1,200 lives they've saved.
That's just off suicide.
Right. They've never lost a soldier. And this is for suicide, right? This is a guy that literally called in that said they're done. They're at a point in their life that they're ready to take their life. We've gotten a warrior on the ground. They've literally walked in and they've saved their life. there is no words for that. Being able to save every single soldier that came in there, you're able to say you saved them. That's everything you need to know about this organization. They take pride in that boot on the ground, the warrior to warrior. That's what got me. Like, I'm with an organization that's paired with getting you somebody who can talk to you and they're not full of crap. They're going to talk to you just like you need to be talked to. And I think that speaks to someone like me who has no idea, right? I have zero idea, but I'm friends with people that do. And I need to know that my friends are taken care of. And I know and trust that the Warrior's Journey is going to take care of those people, right? I mean,
And that's where the Christian-based ministry part
100%.
comes.
Right.
Yeah.
The feet of Jesus and the hands of Jesus. 100%.
Austin, you know, and Nick, I don't know if you know, but the Warrior's Journey is, I can give you a really quick synopsis on how it works.
For sure. Yeah.
So it's just for whoever's watching, and this is for anybody out there. So basically the Warrior's Journey works like this right here. They're a phone call away, right? What they'll do is if you say, hey, I'm in the infantry, or I did this, or I was in the Navy, they have connectors, what it's called, and they will match you with a connector. That connector will reach out to you and will be on the phone with you. And that's kind of like your battle buddy per se, right? I got a battle buddy. He's going to walk you through everything. And this is one of those things when you take the step to, if you're out there hurting and you take this step, it's the big thing is know this right here. You can say anything you want and it's in confidence with your connector, and there's no judgment, man, whatever you got, you know, and it is faith-based. And that's the best part of it, you know, because we all struggle, every day, civilian or veterans, every day with our pasts and things like that. There's struggles that come in front. So they help you with that. The big thing is what they help you with is not only do they help you, but they're going to figure out what's going on if you have a significant other, if you have kids, and they have counseling for all of them. So they have counseling, not just for you, but for everybody that they can help you with and they can get you into. They'll actually pinpoint where you're at, obviously in the United States. And now I'm speaking with Kevin out of the United States. It's international. It's Germany and things like that now. But they'll get you somebody, they know somebody to go to. There's a lot of things. Their home base is in Missouri.
Springfield,
so
Missouri.
In Springfield, Missouri, they've got a cool spot that they've got there now. And the last time I talked to Kevin and Clay, there's people that just come off the street, just walk through the doors, and they look around and they're like, I just felt the need to come in here. I'm a veteran. What do I need? What do you got? And it's just a place, like a refuge for them to go. And I was talking to Kevin and Clay, and the last time we spoke, the big thing is we're looking at, like, they're looking at making it bigger to community go centers. To states, like community centers in states like North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, New Hampshire. So have these community centers for people to go to, because I think that where people get messed up is the Austin, we've talked about this before, where people get messed up is, you can touch somebody when you're fishing, right? That's great. Heck, AFFL has brought a lot of people in, and it's been able for us to go, hey, listen, like for Bobby, hey, Forest Glory Outdoors, come and see me. You know what I'm saying? Or like Fishing for Warriors, hey, just let me know, I'll take you fishing. But it's another place for us to go, hey, let's go bigger, right? Because the Warrior, like Forest Glory Outdoors is kind of like the smaller, like, localized deal, and Bobby gets around, and the same thing for me. It's kind of smaller and localized. Warrior's Journey is like national, like it's all over. So they have the tools to help us. So it's kind of like me and Bobby were talking about it. Bobby and I were like, we're kind of like the frontline people. Like Austin, you and Nick are kind of like the frontline people. You get these veterans that come in that want to fish, and then all of a sudden you see a bad weekend and you're like, man, something's getting to this dude. Let me talk to him for a minute in my club here, in our series. And then you can be like, hey, I have somebody that take this card right here. And I have I'll start bringing those to the South Carolina tournaments, but I have all the literature and everything that they put out to give to the guys. There's like a daily devotional, there's the Bible, there's little things. And then there's little pamphlets just ways to work things out if it's anything with like marriage counseling to,
Right.
you know, how to deal with kids. It's so broad, it's crazy. And the sponsors, and what I say sponsors, are the people that they're not really sponsors. I would say that the people that are affiliated, that they're affiliated with, because Kevin is very, I mean, very meticulous on who he
That's
brings in, you know?
Yep.
So like, but he's got like the PGA, like they do all,
We
there's
do
so
all
many
of it.
people that have seen this and they're like, yo, this is legit. Like, this is for real. So it's like, it doesn't just stop with like Hank. It doesn't just stop with me, Austin, Nick,
That's
or
right.
Bobby, you know, it's that it goes deeper than that. Right. And that's what the Warriors journey is. They go to they're going to get deeper into the heart and in the mind and try to figure out like, hey, what can we honestly do to help you? You know, like I've seen it, Jacqueline's seen it firsthand. We've got people in rehab, we've got
Yep.
guys into year programs. So I've seen it firsthand. I've also seen firsthand they have to want that as well. So, you know, it's one of those
Absolutely.
deals where it works both ways. But for for this tournament and the reason of what they're raising money for, like Kevin and they go over and above what they do, you know, like I was able to go to one of the events that they had in Missouri and Springfield, their yearly gala. That was like, I mean, it was crazy. Like Dr. Ben Carson was there who spoke,
And
and
Tebow was there this year.
and Tebow was there this year. So I mean, like it's crazy the stuff that they just for veterans. I mean, and it's like they just get these guys, like men and women that have nothing, that think it's over, and they're and Jacqueline's right. The statistic that she said, it was somewhere up around that they haven't lost not a person
Not
through
one.
the hotline. So, you know, like that's the big thing. So that's what the Warriors journey is. It's pretty big, Nick. It's one of those, I know like Austin's probably heard the spiel, but it's like something that, like, Nick, if you went to and just went to their webpage, it pulls up a plethora of stuff to anything from, like I said, from marriage counseling to the kids to yourself to
Oh yeah.
anything. So I mean, it's
out actually, and we have a resources page for the league's fishing page, and we put it on the resources page.
oh,
too.
that's awesome.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
perfect, man. That's awesome.
Well, it's veterans. Yeah, that's exactly right. So you can text, call. Kevin has assured us there's always someone there. Oh, there's John with hair.
Look at that.
With hair.
Yeah.
But like they take pride. It's not just for veterans. I think John said it perfectly. It's not just for people who are retired. It is also for active. It is for retired. It is for families of veterans. So if you are a wife and your husband is either active or, you know, he may actually be deployed, whatever it might be, and you've got some red tape with the VA, you've got some stuff going on, it is for anyone, military plus family, all the way across the board. And they take pride in the no red tape. Is that right? Is it red tape, right?
Yeah, no red tape. Yep.
The no red tape of the VA. And sometimes we all know that hopefully that will change, right? The next 4 years, let's hope and pray. But a lot of the differences will come in where they take pride in helping you get in situations and getting you the help that you need, because they have relationships with people internationally. Like John said, the community centers is the biggest thing they're doing right now. And what these community centers don't do, for what you guys know, think about a vet who might just be stuck and want a job, but doesn't even know how to go about it. They'll help you with your resume. They'll help you with social media. They'll help you post to a job. Like, it's those things that we take for granted, that some of these vets who have been sitting and they just don't know what they don't know, they will walk in these community centers and they just need help with basic life things. They will sit there with them and they'll help them with basic life. That's what I think is so beautiful about these community centers. And that's what this next stage is, what I think, and what Kevin has talked to us about. The next stage of what we're doing with raising money is this next step. The next step is getting these community centers all across the United States to get people talking and comfortable with conversations where they've been so scared. COVID did a lot to people. You have PTSD, but then you add COVID on, that's a whole nother ball game of conversations people aren't having. And I think that this is a big deal with just getting people out and having those conversations. So,
That's incredible. That's
Yeah.
it's just you guys being involved with that and not even being military and just bringing awareness, like all this stuff. A lot of veterans don't even know they have these resources available to them. So just bringing that to light, it's incredible. It definitely saves lives. I mean, there's stuff I wish I knew when I got home. I'm sure John can say the same. Austin, like when you come back, you just kind of thrown to the wolves and here you go. Like, good luck. And having stuff like this available and making it aware to veterans, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Can't
I
thank
agree.
you enough for it.
I agree wholeheartedly. I agree. And I don't think, and but again, I said it before, but I believe wholeheartedly that Jesus has such a big plan that we don't even understand or know about. And I think that organizations like this allow us to do XYZ. But I think it's these friendships, like with you guys fishing league, right? It's fishing people. You guys love on each other. It's crazy what you do. But like, I'm the wife aside from it. So like, I can speak for Caitlin and John, like with Jordan and like all the other women that are on the side part of this. Like, this is for everybody. Like, we aren't just going to stop with, I love you guys, but this is bigger than what we can even imagine. And that's what it's about. It's touching everybody's life. But I think the friendships that we've found through all of this, I think it's meant to be. And I think it's only going to get bigger from here. And I'm excited to see where these opportunities go. And I'm excited to see what that looks like. Right. So I think from like my perspective, like watching him, like I'm excited to see what happens from here, like how big it gets and how wide we can get this. Cause I think it's about casting a wider net for sure.
Absolutely. I think I've been sitting here just kind of reflecting on it and like thinking about like what you were talking about at the beginning. Like, there's no coincidences and all the pieces came together, and it's wild how God works and how he uses people. Like reflect back, Hank, to, the very beginning. You were just fishing to fish, and look at where you are now. And
that's what she always said, that she gets the credit for that. You're doing more than that. You're doing more than that. I was like, nah.
Well, when he won the first one, the first classic, COVID hit, right? Because it was March, and then COVID hit, and so he didn't really get to reap a lot of that tour. Like,
it didn't bother me.
Oh no, it was but I mean, no, I know it didn't.
It's right there. We're good.
But like, I think it was the second one. Like, I remember, I'll never forget. We were sitting in the like the room afterwards, and we were kind of like all reflecting, and like we walked in the room, and like Hank and I just like fell to our knees, and the kids just kind of sat there, and it was very emotional, and it was just crazy knowing he was one of the 4 ever to ever achieve that. But I remember him looking at Christian and me, and he was like, I think I'm done. Like, I think this is, I've fulfilled everything. I just, and remember me and Christian looked at him, we were like, it's not about you. Like, you were so not.
You got to have surgery.
Yeah. Your arm's going to suck in a couple, but I mean, it's still bigger. Like, it's still bigger. And I look at, like, when you're looking flashback, right? I mean, you had the big split in fishing, you had MLF versus Bass. And I think you're still looking at a lot of volatility right now in the industry. Forward facing sonar. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Like, there's so much that's going on. And I still think there's a voice. Like, I still think there's people being used for a voice of it. And when he looks at me and he says that he's ready to retire, which I don't think is anytime soon. I think like he looks at me and he'll tell me that he just has it. I see there's just more to be done. Like, I still think that there's some stuff that people just need to hear a voice. And I mean, I don't know, maybe it's Trump being elected. I don't know.
Talking out of the end. part right now.
No, I'm not. Like, I mean, I think that there's a voice that, like, there's more to be said. There's more that needs to be said right now.
There's
There's
more
a
that
lot
needs to be
going
said
on.
about everything because
It
right
is.
right now,
Jay Johnson, the comeback. Yeah, Jay.
right
Yeah.
now, I'm just telling you, like, there's a lot of evil in today's society.
A lot. Yeah.
I mean, there
Amen.
is, and guys like the veterans, they have to deal with that on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
After they serve, they've come back, and you have this. I heard this analogy, and it's kind of hard to say, but like, there's a fence, and there's a guy on it. What to say? He's a warrior on it. On this side of the fence, you got God, and he's just like, hey, just a little bit, and I'll take care of you. That's all I need. And then you have the devil on the other side. He's like, I'll give you everything you want. I'll take away that pain. These drugs can do that. This pornography can do that. All this can do that. Just come to my side.
Yep.
So the guy's confused, and he doesn't have a way, like the warrior's journey, to make a choice. So he says, I'm just going to sit on the fence. Well, it all goes black, and the devil appears. And he goes, wait a minute, I didn't make a choice. He said, yeah, you did, because I own the fence.
Yeah. Like, I mean, that's
But there's not an option.
there's not. No.
Right. Fully put 2 feet in the door.
Like,
That's something that I'll be honest, that's something I struggled with for a long time, is having 1 foot
Mm.
in the door, 1 foot out, letting the busyness get to you, let all the other things, box you, put you in a box.
Mhm.
And you're exactly right. If you're not in the box with Jesus wholeheartedly with both
Mm.
feet in, then the devil's got you. He's got chains on you, and
Yeah.
you got to break them. Amen to that.
oh my God, I love Zach. Yeah, that's a good one. The chains. It's a chain breaker. It's a great song.
Exactly. Yeah,
That's a great song.
it is.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I was always really strong in my faith most of my life. I mean, of course, I took a lot of speed bumps along the way, and Hank was he was baptized in a bait tank in our church right before, when Christian was young. And I always said that was like completely appropriate for him being baptized in a big old bait tank. But I think faith is funny. I think faith challenges you. I think we've been challenged as a society. I think we've been challenged politically. I think we've been challenged views here, there, left, right, up and down. And I think the one I can't imagine in the state that we've been in, where the persecution on both sides, like, you chose Trump, you suck. You chose the other side, you suck. The middle ground, if you are not choosing Jesus, I feel for you. Like, I feel for you, because that is the only one I feel like is like, that is not giving me any sway one side or the other, which way we're going to go. It's like, okay, we're going to choose that. And I think that's like going into Christmas and going into 2025. And I was scared to death when he got done with his surgery. They're going to say, well, we found this and we found that. And I said, why am I even scared? Because if that's the case, then that's going to be okay. That's what's going to happen. He'll just take a seat. He'll be okay. I'm not going to stress about it. But like Jay Johnson, he's hashtagging it. I firmly believe that 2025 is going to be a year that changes a lot of things. And I don't mean that just necessarily for you, because I know good things are always coming for you, but
Thank you.
yeah. You're welcome. But I think 2025 is going to be a good year. I think we're going to start to see some traction with just some good things happening. I feel very good about it. I think you guys are doing unbelievable things. I think there's just a lot of good things that are going on. And I think we're going to see a lot of good stuff happening. I really do. I'm sorry.
I agree.
Like,
He's got a brand new elbow. He's ready to go.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
come on,
It's
Ray
bionic.
Roberts.
And I'm
Bionic man.
and I'm gonna
Oh.
fish 2 tours this year.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
announced
what?
officially. Yes,
Dude, did you? Is this it? Is this the
This is
coming
it.
out?
it's
This is
official.
it, yeah,
It's official. I
what-
can say stuff. I can say stuff now.
yeah.
Can I
Keep
ask
it
So
a question?
what are you fishing next year, Hank Cherry?
I am fishing the Elite Series and the NPFL.
I was gonna guess that. Good. So you'll be down here on Santee March 8th. I had to change my whole schedule because of
He
it.
is
The first
jacked up.
weekend.
He is
That was probably the
jacked up.
decider.
Yeah.
When that was the first one.
That will be a fun derby, I think. As long as we get good weather, that'll be fun.
Hank has really unbelievable sponsors that allow him some opportunities to just be him. And funny enough, I think one of the ones that have been not only Bassmooch and Level and Matt over, I think there's just been a consistent, obviously the Warriors journey has been there, but Garmin has been there for years. Right. And, you know, Garmin has taken like one of these, oh, you have to be this, you have to be that. Dave Dunn over at Garmin is one of our really good friends. And we sat there and talked to him a lot at ICAST. And
he's never made us feel
never. He's never
place,
made us feel out of place, because Hank is really middle of the ground about a lot of it. And he just wants to fish. He just wants to be able to learn and grow and do what he does. And Garmin has been very consistent with us for years. And I think this allows so much in just that diversity between both tours to fish both ways and do many different things. And I think it's gonna be great for the people who want to fish one way or the other, like looking on my side of it. But I know there's a lot of like talk about it, whatever. But I mean, it is what it is. I don't know.
When it comes to our sponsors, we've had majority of them for a while.
Yeah, fully loaded, Alpha. I mean,
fully loaded with Ken, like we talked to him the other day. They have huge things coming, and we've been in that. That's another battle we've been in with getting people off chewing tobacco and working with their new Tropics line, Alpha, getting that all out there. John's covering up.
John's got it.
You know, working with that and helping influence that, and that business is growing, and that's just awesome that I get to do that. And then, you know, with Dakota, we've been with Stormy, I've been with Garmin. Bass Cat is like,
oh my God, Mercury
family. Mercury Power Pool's always been there, and then there's Matt. John, you know Matt.
Man.
We got Monster Bass. We got everything.
Yeah.
We got Level. We got Bassmooch. We've got Line. We've got bait. We're coming out with stuff now so fast that he was talking about the other day. We are 300% way ahead of where we ever were last year. Like everything we're coming in now, we're making high quality baits. They're going out the window, and they're catching fish. Awesome response. Now the problem is we can't make them fast enough. It was, what are we going to make? Now we can't make them fast enough. Yeah. We've got, in my opinion, one of the best, if not the best, rods on the market that I think is at an affordable price for people.
The price point's the best there. That's like,
that was the key, right? That's what we talked about.
I'm not going to find a better person to work for and express my opinions than Matt. He's first one to tell you, he just one day said, I'm gonna start a fishing company. John knows the story. He got a boat to start a fishing company, but
in the back of his car.
We bounce things off. He hired Knox, the sales guy, and he bounces things off. We got Nick working at the warehouse. We've always got John with his opinion, but like it really has been a huge team thing, the way to get these things designed and to get them out there. And some of the baits that come up are unique. They're effective. They work. Price point is right where it needs to be for sales and for people to be able to afford it. The thing is, it's hard.
It was, Philip.
Katana braid, it's hard to go tackle shopping right now because everything's so daggum expensive.
Yeah.
You know, we've got.
I think that's the big thing. Hank had a big input in. I would like to interrupt him real quick for us. Like for when I say us, meaning not your elite guys. You know, not your what. You know, we go to work and come home. For us, Hank had there's things that I watch the other, and I'm going to say this because I was the guy on the other side at once. We think everything's free, right? Everybody thinks, oh man, these dudes are getting stuff for free all the time and this, that, and the other. Hank is a big advocate, huge advocate of the one of, and I've sat with him on, hey, we need to have this has to be marketable, and we have to, the regular us, the working guy, we don't want to go out and spend $25, $30 on something that we might lose. You know, like it's like there's a little bit of a, you know,
that
I guess
John might lose.
Yeah, that I might lose. There's like a fine line. Yeah, there's a fine line there. But that when Hank talks about the blank, that the level blank is by far the NGX is probably one of the best rods I've ever felt, and for the price, it blows everybody out of the water on price point. Like it's like crazy. Austin, you grabbed him. You were like, "What is?" You were like, "What is this thing?" And I was like, "Yo, dude, this is the new one." So, yeah, Matt's cool when it comes to that stuff, but Hank has a lot of keeping that that where it's at. Like, hey man, yeah, we can throw stuff, and you go to Tackle Warehouse, there's stuff that's $100, you know, this and that, but you got to keep it for us, right? That's who you talking to. We're the consumers, right?
I mean, we have a lot of things that will come to life. I mean, there's a huge Black Friday. Everybody has a Black Friday sale, but Matt's got a pretty impressive one up. Stuff I didn't know about. Stuff up to 60% off on there. But like we have the best hooks I think available on the market at the price point. The Cobra treble hooks are incredible. We've got brand new redesigned tungsten skipping jig with a nice big BKK hook in it. I mean, it's ready to roll. We have the best price rain boots in the market. They're on sale right now, I think, for like $59. Your feet are not going to get wet. She wears them.
Oh my God, they're so cute.
Yeah,
They're
are.
camo and they're so cute. I wear them all the time.
That's not why we're getting them, because they're so cute. They keep your feet. They keep your feet dry. You stay dry.
Matt's probably looking at Matt's gonna look at this and be like, I didn't do that for him to be cute.
No, we have
cute.
undoubtedly. I'm going to tell you right now, we have the best rain suit that nobody knows about. I wore it all last year through storms, rain, never got wet.
And you are bougie with your rain suits. Admit that now.
And right now, that thing is like $160 for the bibs, $160 for the jacket.
That's it.
I mean, it is by far one of the best, if not the best, out there. Like you could go get $800, $900, $1000 like hunting gear. You can.
Yeah.
And everybody with that, and the cool thing about that, with clothing, gear, and everything, everybody has their deal that they like.
Yeah.
That's like when I meet kids and talk to kids and stuff, like I'm not telling them, hey, use my stuff because it's better. But I do have another option.
Right.
And like I said, it's just to be able to work with all these people, and as long as we have, and it's just made it easier. And I guess, you know, my end game to this, like I don't ever see my relationships or sponsorships going away with the majority of the people that I have, but with Matt and what we're doing with Level and Bass Mooch, with it so close to home, me being able to see everything that he's got going on, the way we're building it, that's something that I can also do after I'm done traveling the roads. Because we have a lot more to build. We have a lot of good stuff coming. John knows this, not a lot of people, but the store is about to open back up in Cornelius. And I'm talking about one-stop shop that has everything. If you name it, Matt's got it in there. I'm actually going up there in the morning to help put more stuff on the pegboards and rearrange the shelves and everything, but he's got it. I mean, he has.
You can't lift anything over 5 pounds.
Easy. He's got everything that you need for bass fishing in that store. All the way down to he had to go get him a minnow tank made so he could sell minnows just to be on that side of the lake for guys that go crappie fishing or bass fishing or fishing the pond with shiners, whatever they want. He's going to have everything. So it's just a lot of opportunities, a lot of good things going on. And I don't know if the delay of me being off so long is going to be a really good thing. If I'm going to be like a theme when I go fishing again, I'm just going to be gone. She's going to get mad. I don't know. I know that not being able to go has reminded me of how much I enjoy doing it. I know for a while there, I was like, it's just getting overwhelming and bearing. And I think when that happens is when the wrong things start popping in. You start thinking about the wrong thing. And a lot of that can be conflict. It could be the industry. It could be me worried about what's going on in the world. Me thinking that my kid's going to be okay. Me thinking, all right, do I need to get a compound and get John Jordan? That's where we're going to bunker up. You know, I think that's weird. But John, I'll tell you, I think about those things. Like how many rounds do I have left? Like I think about this stuff. I just do. I can't help it. It's just the way I'm wired. So I think once this has been the most overbearing thing on us. It bothered me for a long time until I had it. And I told her we go Tuesday, and I prepared myself for the worst, hoping for the best, but I'm prepared to hear, hey, it's going to take another 4 to 6 weeks.
No.
I'm prepared to hear that.
No.
Now, if I don't hear that, I'm going to be totally excited and blown away, but I'm not going to be disappointed if I hear that. And that's taken myself a while just to process.
There's no way. He's done absolutely nothing. I mean, it's because I keep reminding him.
Oh, you're taking the credit for all this?
Yes. And I have told him like over and over, like you can't just Like, this is not just like anybody.
I literally get yelled at for taking out the trash.
No, you haven't taken it out. You tried to pull it
Trying
out.
to take out the
You
trash.
tried to pull it out of the trash can.
And I got yelled at.
Yes, you did. As you should. I mean, let's be honest.
I mean, you could call that physical therapy.
He's not supposed to lift over a coffee cup, dadgummit.
Hey, I will say that the physical therapist place he goes to is
awesome.
a very nice place to go take naps.
Yes.
Oh,
Because-
John.
John
The lobby is awesome.
I walked out and he was snoring in the lobby.
That's a sight to see. John's giant
Bro.
butt just kicked back.
Dude, I
snoring.
was laid back. There's two elderly couples. There's two elderly couples sitting there, and I was literally like laid back out, and Hank comes out there, and I guess the lady was like, "He's been fine, just sitting there."
He's got like drool coming out his mouth.
Yes, just drooling in his rehab.
Oh my God. So yeah, shout out to Phoenix Physical Therapy in Denver, North Carolina. Tatum and her staff are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They have him on a casting.
No.
It's called casting.
We're not on casting. We're on, this is what I do. You wanna know what I do? I look weird. I'm in there and they're like, all right, hold these. And they're these two dumbbells that are like made for Ken and Barbie. And they're like, I need 15 of these, 15 of these, 15 of these. 15. And I'm like,
He barely can lift the one.
but what's sad is they went to like 3 pounds or 4 pounds, whatever it was, this little pink one. And I'm like,
Yeah.
He comes out the other day, he goes, babe, I lifted 5 pounds. And I said, heck yeah, babe, you did it.
so it's weird. But it's kind of cool though, because they go over the range of motion and I have to get up by this wall and they have a pulley and I have to pull one arm up, pull one arm down. But it's
Well, John, you were in you went through PT. I don't know if anybody else has.
Yeah,
Like
I'm in it right now for my shoulder. And
are you?
It sucks. Yeah.
Dude, they're like
they're brutal.
They're brutal. They have no, I don't know if they're as bad as a drill sergeant, but they're pretty
They're
bold.
they're close.
Yeah.
They have they're like, okay, you can do this, like do more, let's go.
Yeah, if my angle's wrong, I'm doing the same thing with like 3-pound weights and doing like straight ups. My angle's off, that lady will come running across the room yelling at me like, adjust yourself. Like,
What did you do to your shoulder, Austin?
It's just years of stuff. She says that my scalp, I'm not a doctor. I'm from Kentucky. My scapula is like the muscles around. So when your bones rotate, mine is deteriorated to where every time I bring my shoulder to here, pop, pop, pop. Oh, yeah. And it's connected to my back. That's
well, aren't you always like this?
I did years of overhead, standing airplanes, stuff like that. A lot of swinging a big hammer over my head. Yeah. And it's just, I'm left-handed. So naturally my left shoulder is just destroyed. And probably years
fasting, I was gonna say,
doing that on top of all the heavy labor.
Right?
Yeah. Yep. But
my brother chimed in. He's been hunting every day. He hasn't got one yet. He's been at the mountain.
Did he say that those bucks in the background? Dude, those things right there,
giant.
If you sit on the couch, they like nibble at you. They're so big.
Those are Hank's. And then the ones on the other side are Christian, our son and I's. Those are that one. Yeah. We've got 2 more coming. Those are actually the most impressive of the whole bunch. And those are we'll be picking those up hopefully beginning of the year or something shipping hopefully soon. So we gotta get another mount. Oh darn. That's the one thing we actually do together. There's not much that we probably have, like our music taste or not. Country music is not the same, but
me and John have the same kind of
we have the same kind of music. Yeah.
Rap music, but
Jacqueline's like off in outer space.
I'm not in outer space.
She's listening to like,
she listens to that Diddy party music.
Yeah, she listens to the people at the Diddy parties.
Oh, goodness.
Oh my God. Can we not do this right now? But the hunting is the thing that we enjoy. What is is going to happen?
Why is he laughing
I
so
don't
much?
know.
It's
This
weird.
is bad. This is horrible.
The show's gonna get shut down now.
It
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that
Thank
Nick's over there
God.
going, "Oh my god."
City.
It's all good.
Nick's like,
it's a
"Shoot,
safe
dude,
place.
we just got going good."
It just started. Oh no.
No, dude, it's good. It's whatever. It's Diddy.
I
John
wasn't ready for
Speechless.
that one.
But
Oh man.
Nick, I
Well,
wish you
thank-
could come down. You would love
Nick,
our
no,
weather.
dude, we
You
told
would
him.
love our weather right now. It's so
Oh,
great down here.
Trust me, I would move down south in a heartbeat. I have kids in the school system up here, so it'd just be a
I
big
know.
change right now. But
Yeah.
I am not a cold weather person. I'm in the wrong place.
Oh gosh, you are, especially Winnipesaukee. Like, oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, they have.
We have great school systems down here where we are.
Oh yeah, it's just
I mean,
hard to
we do.
uproot. You know. The whole
Oh, I
family.
know. Trust me, I know. You got to do what's right for your family for sure. But
I love the
we-
South.
we are super excited and about this tournament. I'm actually excited to see what happens on Hickory because this is new, something
Right.
new. But
What is that? A largemouth lake, spotted lake? What are they?
it's a combination largemouth and spotted
Yeah.
bass. Yeah, it won't take near the weights. I mean, it could surprise you, but it could take 9 pounds. It could take 18 pounds. You know, I don't.
Yeah.
That's not a consideration. It's just if you've never been up there and experienced those guys up there, they're like it's a real fishing community. You know.
So how's that tournament work? Is it do you sign up as like a team or do you show up and
So they'll have the thing set up 5:30, 6 o'clock Saturday morning. They blast off at 8 from Wittenberg Landing. You come in, you'll pay. They run the whole thing just like it's their normal
trail.
winter trail,
Mhm.
except it's just going to be a little different set of circumstances, the way the payout and money and everything goes. You sign in, they give you a boat number. I think they've decided on 2 flights. There's a huge staging area because it's actually in a little cove tucked away from the weather. They'll have the national anthem, flag be flying. I'm sure Kevin or Clay will say something. I'll say a little something, give a little word of prayer, get them out and go fishing. They'll have a starter boat. They'll go by them. They'll check their live wells. So they've done it so much, they know exactly how it's going to go. And then they just kind of ease off and go about their thing. They come back. The cool thing about fishing up there and the way they do it is they go by North Carolina rules, which means you can have 3. You can have 2 any size, but the other 3 have to be over 14 inches.
Oh.
Where the small fish comes into
That's
play.
so much
So
fun.
you could literally have like, oh my goodness, that's
A
awesome.
bait
So
fish.
I mean, you could have minnows.
You can
Literally.
catch,
Bring back.
catch a 9
Like-
incher. You could catch a 9 incher and win whatever that pot ends up being.
no kidding.
Yeah, go on. I'm gonna
I'm
have to
thinking
tell.
about Bella's goldfish.
And there's
like-
not going to be any like
like,
complaining, drama,
No,
fussing.
not at all.
It's just they've assured me of that. They have their own ways of handling that stuff. So
Yeah, Annette, who's the Chad and Annette like run the tour, and she texted me. She's like, "You're not gonna believe it. We're up to, like you said, like $1,100-$1,200 for the smallest fish." And I'm like, "This is awesome. I think it's awesome that it's up to over $1,000 for the smallest fish. I think that's awesome."
and that's another incentive for people that want to come that may not be
Yeah,
Right.
familiar with the lake, but they want to support. I mean,
yeah.
I think they had a
100%.
stipulation put in there though, didn't she? With the fish, it was like their only stipulation was they wanted whoever won to give back like $250.
Yeah, it was something in there. If you go to Hank's either Facebook or Instagram page, you'll see the rules that it's Lake Hickory
But on
Winter
the
Trail.
but
I
on the
think.
small fish is not on
Yeah,
there.
yeah. No, oh, I don't know. I
She
can look it
sent
up.
you. She said something. About
Hey, Hank, somebody just asked where it is again. So just say what the
it's at Lake Hickory going out of Wittenberg Landing.
North
Wittenberg
Carolina.
line.
Wittenberg.
Wittenberg.
Wittenberg,
Yeah.
I think. And then North Lincoln high school, middle school fishing team is going to do like
They do hamburgers, hot dogs,
Yeah,
and wipe
all
the
the-
boat down just for
Right.
donations for the fishing.
yeah,
team.
the fishing team guys, they take all these donations. This is what feeds the youth. So if you're out there and they're giving you something, throw them a bone. Go get something to eat. these kids have supported us since day one. This is their 4th year as well.
Yeah.
And we'll do all we can to support the youth locally. So please go, like anything you see, just if it's $1, I mean, give them something.
Yeah, but I think the stipulation she put on the big fish pot, because it
look.
got so big, was that if you won, you had to give back like $250 to the Warriors Journey, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, I think you're right. Of course, I can't find it.
I thought she sent you a message.
Are you gonna? I'm assuming if everybody's following your Facebook page and Instagram, that's where a lot of the information is going to be kicked out. Do the people running it, do they have their own Facebook or Instagram that
They do.
kicking
It's
info out?
Lake Hickory Winter Trail.
Roger. Lake Hickory Winter Trail. Make sure if y'all are planning on attending that, I know we probably got a couple of North Carolina guys in here, South Carolina guys that are willing to make that trip up. Make sure y'all are following them for updates.
Can you see my phone?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like
Perfect.
right there. The Lake Hickory, it's got the in front of it.
The Lake Hickory Winter Trail.
Lake Hickory, yeah, because that makes a difference on Facebook, especially.
Copy that.
And Annette and Chad McKinney are the ones that run that, and they do a lot of stuff. So, yeah, a lot of good things are going.
You coming, Austin?
My cousin's graduation is that weekend. She's graduating for college at Murray State University. Yeah, and she's the first one to graduate out of our family. So it's a hard one.
That was him.
Yeah. I was the
that's
first
not
one
me.
in my entire family to graduate.
Yeah, I passed. I chose the brutal route. I
found my diploma the other day cleaning out my garage.
It had so much dust on it. I was like, and then I had to find a place for it in the trophy case.
Perfect. Yeah, I hate that I'm missing it. There's so many things going on. December 14th. It's kind of crazy.
Well, and he decided he wanted to do it before Christmas this year, and that was a good time for the Lake Hickory Trail. So we decided on that this year. And then I don't know, the vision moving forward is possibly to look at other lakes and hosting it, not just here.
Okay.
Am I wrong with saying that?
No.
Did I? Okay.
Lake Murray, South Carolina? Lake Murray, South Carolina?
Probably not a place like Lake Murray because it's so hard for people to get in there. It's so
because you got to go all the way to Dryer Island.
Lake Hartwell is definitely on the radar because it's right off the highway. Green Pond's there. But Neil Paul's up with that.
Yeah, Neil Paul is one of our Toledo Bend. Look.
Now, I would love to be able
Toledo.
to get it at Texas. I'm just afraid because of that fishing community down there. I don't know in the world how many would show up. If you've ever been there and seen a local tournament there,
Yeah.
it is ridiculous how many people show up.
Yep.
It's nuts. It's nuts how many people show up when the Elite Series there to fish it at the same time.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just there's lots of possibilities, and a lot of that'll be discussion that we'll have together with Kevin and them trying to figure it out. But I would like to see it go bigger. My only fear of it getting too stagey is losing focus of why it's there.
The reason. Right.
Yeah. Because I mean, I can envision having it big, and I could envision having like food trucks and vendors and people from the industry and a weigh-in trailer, and probably like contacting Dave Bray and say, hey, you want to come play for some veterans? Like I just don't know.
Heath Sanders.
Heath. I just don't know that the community is ready for another one of those things.
We want to keep it more
bigger
raw.
things get sometimes the road veers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's way family right now. Like it's real family. Like I mean that like in like a good a good way. Not that going big isn't family, but
a lot of eventual bad things were paved with good intentions in the family.
Yeah, exactly. I really liked the vibe it had last year.
If you get the wrong element involved, it can sway. And I don't want to ever try to do anything that casts any shadow or any doubt of what's going on with the Warriors Journey. So I'd want no bad.
And we want all of the entry fees to go to them. Like that's something like we're not willing to ever sway on. Like, you know what I mean? Like we don't want anything to ever.
Like I'm not going to cut profit.
No.
I know those are options, but I'm not interested in that. Like I want 100% of the money to go to the Warriors Journey.
So here's some things I just read again. Saturday, Saturday, December 14th, Wittenberg, Wittenberg access. You may park at Lovely Lady Access, Dusty Ridge, and Oxford, but you must come to Wittenberg to check in and get your boat number.
So right there. So Wittenberg is the ramp that's kind of right in the middle of the lake.
Right.
It's plenty
So you
big
can
enough.
boat over and check in.
Yeah, but that ramp
right.
will hold 100 to 120 boats. It's a big parking lot. It's flats where they do the weigh-in. There's plenty of ground coverage for other things. So it's the biggest area.
No early sign up that week. You'll just sign up at the ramp. Sign up's going to begin at 6 a.m. The same rules that apply for the Hickory Winter Trail will apply. 5 fish, all alive, 3 over 14, and 2 any size. Smallest fish will be weighed separately, not as your total weight. So you will have to bring 5 fish to the scales. Entry fee per boat, 100% Warrior's Journey. Side pot is 25 per person.
Now see, that is another thing that's going to be big because it's
Side
25. It's an optional side pot, $25 a person, not a boat.
Right.
Tracking.
So if you have 100 fishermen
Yeah.
paying $25 a pop,
John's
John's counting on fingers. We decide that could be
2 times
an
2.
enormously crazy side pot.
2,500.
I mean,
Roughly.
it, and
What?
we're
Yeah.
hoping- that makes
Duh.
it
Well,
cool.
it'd be 25 percent. Basically, and this is probably looking at $50 a boat
Oh yeah, so I'm looking at
at 100 boats.
Payout will depend on the boat. First flight 8 to 3, second flight 8:30, 3:30. You got to idle by them to give your live wells open. Prayer followed by national anthem. And we've got the Hickory Fire Department, Michael Cates and crew. We're gonna have the ladder truck there. And Hobie Eyewear, I know they've donated some glasses to us. They're always amazing.
You
to
see, that's
us.
something we forgot earlier, but that's another
Glasses.
affordable part of fishing is the Hobie eyewear. And they
Oh
float.
yeah, for sure. That's my favorite part about them. I've lost so many coasters
Oh
over
my
the side
God.
of a boat.
They float.
The Hobies just float. Yeah.
Yeah, we actually tried to test it out. They do float.
Oh yeah, I tested it out, not unintentionally, but I'm good at just dropping them off the side of the boat. I don't know why.
I've done that.
I hate the things that go around the back. So
And then they have some
Perfect.
kind of, they have other money for like a guy catches an 8-pounder.
Yeah, they've got other people have come in just because they like the.
But they've always had that going up there. In the back in the day, you would not have had that because the 8-pounder thing would have got hit regularly.
Like somebody's giving 12 baits to anyone who catches an 8-pounder. Another guy is giving $500 for an 8-pounder, $250 gift card to Tackle Warehouse for smallest fish. And then I think they did another pot on that. So there's a lot. It's just a lot. I mean, it's worth exploring and coming out. And I mean,
And like I said,
we're
maybe this reaches somebody that doesn't even fish.
like come
Right.
out and hang out
You
with
know,
us.
maybe somebody watching, you know, somebody that just knows somebody that's having trouble and they're in the area or close.
Come out.
pop in.
Come on over.
We're there all day. We hang out.
John will be there with me.
Absolutely.
Kevin,
Kevin will be there,
Clay,
yep.
hopefully there'll be others there.
So if you have
we-
someone that doesn't have like a fishing partner and they wanted to come fish, how is there like a connection that can be made, or
They can get in touch with me and I can get them someone.
Yeah.
So I'm screwed over. I am bringing my boat and truck just in case, because I'm
Oh.
not letting anybody get left on the bank.
Yeah.
Not saying that I would be the one going or I could
But he
possibly
could-
go and just take them, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to let anybody that wants
I'm
to
okay with that.
participate
I'm okay
sit
with
on the
that.
bank. I'm not leaving
I'm okay with
anybody there. So
Yeah.
I mean, if people want to come and they
I'm okay with
can't,
that.
if they could even reach out because the net knows, you can reach out to them,
To
get
us.
a name, number, us. I'll find some way.
Yeah,
We'll have boats there.
I was gonna say that.
Nick. Yeah. We have boats there that we'll get to answer your question, Nick. Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, I mean, just reach out and let us know. I mean, again, don't suffer in silence. Like, let us know if there's something going on that we can help with. We can get you with someone. We don't ever want you to feel like you can't go out and enjoy the time and whatnot. So yeah,
No, we're not going to leave it. If we can help it, nobody's on the bank.
no. If you're
Hank,
on the bank, you're gonna have some good fun though, because you got a crazy crew.
if anybody's coming from out of town, like South Carolina or stuff like that, or Georgia, like Phillip and them,
Yeah.
these guys, what would be the closest? Hickory would be the
Just
closest place.
the Hickory area right
Yeah.
there. They've
Okay.
a lot of
A
hotels.
lot of hotels in Hickory. Lots.
If they're coming from the
there.
north, which I don't know
321
how
to
that
40.
is, you can even stay like at that Morganton area. If you're coming from the south, you can stay all the way to the Salisbury area. It's once you're off of the highway, they're coming in. It's not real far.
321 and 40.
Getting in there.
321 to 40. I don't even think you have to come all the way up to 40, but anywhere in that area, I mean, you've got tons of hotels right there by 70, right off 70 in Hickory.
And if you've never been there, it's not a massive
No.
lake. It's not a really big place.
There's Krispy Kreme too. You like Krispy Kreme donuts?
I love Krispy Kreme. I gotta drive an hour
So
and a half.
good.
Yeah.
It's a senseless plug. She goes, "Oh, and there's a Krispy Kreme." Like she's.
Was that like a
This is-
cool like?
I don't think
would it be
Nick,
a
do you
Krispy
know what
Kreme
Krispy
logo on
Kreme
the
is?
boat?
I know what it is because I travel, but we don't have them up here.
Yeah, but it's like I said, it's Krispy Kreme. It's got it's not a very big lake. It's a lot of rock, riprap, shoreline, docks, about like most Carolina lakes. It's a pretty deep lake. They do catch them out off the bank. They do catch them on Alabama rig, which you can throw. They do catch them using forward face sonar. They do catch them on a jig under the docks and brush piles. They do catch them cranking. They do catch them on a jerk bait. It's all dependent really about like Norman on the actual weather that day. If you could have kind of a sunny day with a 10 to 15 mile an hour wind, that's probably the best. The best would be a chance of snow, pressure exactly right, and they'll be going crazy. It's got some large stripers in it. But like I said, it's just I'm excited about it. It's a different location. Gonna have the majority is gonna be a different group of fishermen, but the cause hasn't changed, and as long as we're doing it, that's not gonna change.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Good deal. Well, it's starting to get late. I don't want to keep y'all any longer. It's almost 9:00.
Yeah, we gotta go to Krispy Kreme.
Shut
Yeah.
up.
Heck yeah. Send some down
My
this way.
donuts now.
Yeah. I could almost be at your house faster than I could be at Krispy Kreme. It's kind of crazy.
No, he's getting ready to bring over the Krispy Kreme that we have. That's what's so funny.
Very nice.
That's terrible.
Hot and ready. It's
Hot and ready.
That's true. Already gone.
That's my new sponsor. That's my new slogan. Hot and ready.
Hey, heck yeah.
Bro, if you had a donut on your boat, you had a donut on your boat.
Bass
Oh my
Cat's gonna be
God.
white with red and
die.
green.
He
Yeah.
would wear the little.
Yeah, dude.
the little
the little Krispy Kreme hat.
Oh my God.
Oh, it'd be sick.
Jeez Louise. Thank you guys for having us on and giving that voice out. We appreciate it. Just y'all come, please. Just support. We can't thank everybody enough for what you guys do. We love you guys wholeheartedly. And please know that from the bottom of our hearts, we love you guys and we support you. Whatever you got, we got you.
Oh, thank you guys for dedicating the time. I mean,
Yep.
thank you, Jacqueline, for giving him up for a little bit and coming on with him. And tell Christian and Bella, thank you for giving us a little time with y'all as well. I know
We'll do it.
you're sacrificing that time with him to be here with us tonight. And we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's been wonderful.
Yeah, I know John's just sitting there and just waiting to crank that AC.
Dude, it's like
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for everything that you do for the veteran community. Even the thank you that you do on stage every time. I mean, that hits the heart every time. So thank you so much for the support.
Well, that's our pleasure. We enjoy it.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at him going, yeah. We appreciate you guys so much. We love you guys.
Yeah, so Ray Roberts this year holding the Brown Trophy.
No, not Ray.
Not
we're-
me.
no, not him.
Not me.
Why not?
Not
I didn't make it.
Didn't make it.
Oh
this
my
year,
goodness, I didn't realize that.
dude! You stuck your foot in your mouth.
I
Oh,
He's
did.
so mad. He's gonna be so mad now.
Dang it.
I'm fine.
He might be
I'm
worried.
sorry.
No, but look, it's all
I'll
happening.
be there,
It all
but
happened
dude,
for a
I
reason.
am 100% okay.
Yeah, it's
No,
all good.
dude, I've been
Yeah,
hurt.
go on.
Well, John knows I've been hurt.
Yeah.
since a
I
long
didn't
time.
realize it didn't.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
assumed.
But
Dang.
it's okay. Look, the Lord works in mysterious ways. It's going
Amen to that.
it's
Amen.
gonna, it's gonna be fine. He actually has more time to take a break and heal.
And
so
heal
it
up,
actually,
yeah.
that's why I said a blue trophy's coming in soon. So,
Right.
And maybe
then,
one of the big round ones.
oh yeah, could be that too.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
MPFL.
I don't
on
know.
Santee, so we can all party.
Big.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
we're gonna party on Santee. That'll be fun.
Yeah, for sure. Just gotta watch your backs. It's a little sketchy down there. But
Now
Cool.
I'll be out there. I'll be out there at Red Robert Stowe at the show.
Good deal.
Looking forward to that. It's kind of cool though. See, I'll get to go back now and I'll get to talk to people about the one-on-one. Going to get to see it doing that before. But
right.
you don't have to worry about. You're not the only person that's ever done that. I'm not. A lot of people assume that because I've won it, I'm automatically in. It's not that way.
Right,
I fell
right.
out the last 2 tournaments of the year pretty much did me in, but that's part of it.
I've said it to him too, dude. I said it to him one day when I thought he was going to Tennessee, and he's like, I didn't make it, and I was like, ooh. But you know what the crazy thing was that he said? He was like, I didn't deserve to make it, and I was like, that dude's hard. I was like, dude, this dude's hard. He's like, I didn't deserve it. I was like, all right then.
But he said we've admitted, because Tennessee was the first time he could actually absorb the wins of the two, because he had not been to a classic as a vendor or whatever until Tennessee. And
I mean, it's hectic.
Oh my God, he walked in and there were like instant lines. Like he hadn't been in there because he'd always won, he won back to back, and then it kind of shut. And then when he went back, he had never been able to be on the other side of it. He was like, well, I guess the Lord wanted me to sign some autographs this week. So, he took it as and we both said it was a very humbling experience, because he was meant to be there because he hadn't been on that side. And then Gussie won that year, and we got to be there with him and experience that. And that was pretty cool to be on the other side of that. So yeah,
right. There's a lot of people walking around that expo, no matter where it is in the country. So who knows what impact it might have there versus on the water. So, like you said, Jacqueline, the Lord works in weird ways.
There's no doubt. Well, thank you guys so much. We appreciate you guys very, very much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
well, y'all have a good night. We'll talk to y'all later. Anytime y'all want to come on, anytime. We'll do it
later.
We'll see y'all soon.
See you.
Bye, guys.
See you, dude.
Bye.
See you, John.
All right. See you, buddy.
See you. Good deal. That was Hank Cherry and his wife, Jacqueline Cherry, and then our good friend, John Lanier, one of my good friends here in South Carolina, and awesome angler here. Absolute blessing of a man to be around. Love that man to death. And we kind of talked about the connector thing for the Warriors journey. And that's what he does in that organization. And that's kind of how they linked up. And it's a really cool story. We didn't really dive too far into that. But yeah, I know it's getting late, so I won't keep you guys long. We'll go ahead and do the giveaway real quick. If y'all have not, we only have 16 people in the giveaway. And we've been floating around 20 all night. So if you haven't hit the hashtag SITREP, make sure y'all drop that in the comments real quick and get into that while I go over the upcoming events. And I'll be quick on that. December 4th through the 7th, make sure y'all are tuning in to Bassmaster's website to keep an eye on our guys, Jeremiah Jensen and Gage Spagnolia, out there competing in the Bassmaster Team Championship for their chance at the Classic and representing us in doing that. So thankful and blessed that those guys are getting down there, and that we're able to be involved in that as an organization. It wasn't an easy task, but I'm glad we're there. Sure.
Definitely.
For sure. But and then December 14th, get over to Louisiana Cross Lake and the Low McFarland American Legion post number 14, and jump in that open tournament right before they start the end of the year, or before the end of the year comes and starts the new year. Jared, no, I have not. Like I said earlier, the MPFL kind of ruined my schedule setup. I had Santee on there the same weekend they do. Had to make some adjustments. I've got it all lined out. I got to call Dreyer Island in the morning if I can get a hold of them to just verify some of my Lake Murray event dates. Make sure I'm good to do that. Not using the Larry Coombe ramp again after the nightmare we had this summer. Way too packed. But yeah, so make sure y'all get over to Louisiana. And that's really all I got before the giveaway. Do you have anything, Nick?
I'm good.
Alrighty, I gotta figure out how to switch the screen here again. Share this tab instead. Boom, boom, bring it up. All right, we'll do the giveaway real quick. This is for the t-shirt and a bottle of barbecue sauce. 2 bottles of barbecue sauce, one of each flavor. See who we get tonight. A lot of new names on here. Jared Branch, my boy Jared Branch. What a good deal. And that's John's partner in the AFFL. So what a perfect night for him to win. And I know I'm pretty sure I've given Jared some of the barbecue before. I let him try it at the house. So perfect. Jared, I don't know if I do have your address. So shoot me a text with that so that I can send it up there, or so that I can get you that barbecue, and Nick will get you that t-shirt sent out. Man, Jared, one stipulation to yours, he's big into smoking and stuff, and he's always posting it all over Facebook. You got to smoke something with it and tag us in it so we can see it, and then ship it to my house so that I can try it, or I'll drive up to North Carolina and try it either way. But yeah, man, what a great show. I mean, it was fun just sitting there chatting with them. I cannot speak any more highly on Hank's character. Like I was saying, he does not do any of that for show whatsoever.
You
And
can tell
Jacqueline,
just talking about, he can see it getting bigger, but he doesn't want it to because he's worried that it'll lose focus of what it's there for.
exactly. And it was like the vibe last year was, I mean, there was probably 100, I don't remember the number. There was 100 boats there or more. And it was very down to earth, home, like derby feel, like just like a club derb. Everybody's out in the water hanging out, everybody's chatting, waiting to launch, and then blast off. And Jared can tell you, Jared fished with me. And then we get back to the ramp, and then everybody's just standing around in a crowd, just like you would at a normal little club tournament, but there's 100, 200 guys there, and Hank's just walking around talking to everybody like he knows them all. And I knew he knew a lot, but like, I mean, you could see it, like him walking up to people that didn't really know him, and how it lit up their face, and just an awesome dude, man. Just an awesome dude all around. And Jack was Jay Johnson was there. Jay fished with Josh Stamey, right? I believe. He was up there fishing. But yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, that's really all we have for the AFFL and the normal SITREP tonight. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I do have our normal weekly devotional lined up. Me and Nick put our heads together right before the show, and the Lord called us upon something that kind of lines up with the show, and a lot about what Hank and his wife were talking about working hard, and the alignment, right, of what we were talking about, the puzzles, the pieces of the puzzle don't just go together on accident. There's something that happens when you trust in the Lord, right? The pieces come together. If you're listening and doing what he's telling you, the pieces come together. So there's a couple scriptures that I was going to read to you guys tonight. And it's just kind of crazy how the show led us into it. I'm starting with Proverbs 3:5-6. And it's trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek his will in all you do, and he will show you which path to take. And that's kind of what we were talking about. You know what I mean? Like the pieces coming together without even realizing it. And that was a little bit about the devotional last week, was talking about, seek everything you do, work hard in his name, and you'll be repaid for it. That was our devotional last week. So kind of the same thing. And it says, seek him and he'll show you the path. And then in Luke chapter 12, Jesus tells the disciples, and verse 31, seek the kingdom of God above all else, and he will give you everything you need. And I mean, their testimony right there is exactly that. And that wasn't my intention on this devotional at all. That's just how the Lord threw it out there, I guess. Seek the kingdom first and everything you need. And I think that need is a key word. He's not always going to give us everything that we want per se, but he's going to give you everything you need. And like, if you don't know Hank's story, Hank fished professionally and then he quit after a while. He stopped after a while and then came back And when he came back, that's when he won the 2 classics and started, getting up there. He won the Rookie of the Year in 2013, fished a couple years, left it, basically lost everything, and had to go back to work, working hard hours, and then came back into the fishing industry after being pushed to do so by some people, and that's when his career really took off. And that's the piece to that, right? He trusted in the Lord, and the Lord gave him everything he needed to succeed. Maybe not everything he wanted, right? He wanted a fishing career there at that point. And then that wasn't the Lord's plan at that time. Had to break him down, build him back up, and then look at where he's at now, touching veterans all over this world, just by fishing. I mean, really, that's what it is. He's fishing and following the Lord's calling, and his wife's helping him do so. And every day they're making an impact in veterans and first responders' lives through ministry. And it's awesome. I mean, it's pretty awesome. But
yeah, incredible. It
yeah.
is. I
So
probably
do
said it
that.
100 times tonight. It's incredible, but
Yeah. Yeah, not trying to sound like a broken record by any means, but I mean, it really is awesome that a man with a dream of fishing and a heart seeking God can make the impact he did that way just by trusting in God. Or the impact he continues to make and will
He's
continue to
using
make for
the
years and years to come.
platform, right? He has his platform that
Right.
people spend their whole lives chasing to get to that level, and he's using it to help veterans at the end of the day. Like,
Right. And even if I told him this at his house, when I was there, he said something about like, y'all look at me like a hero. I'm not a hero. You guys are the heroes. I was like, no, dude, you don't understand. Like, you're a hero too. You're a hero to us, whether you realize it or not. You give me something to look forward to. If there wasn't guys like him that are professional fishermen, would we chase fishing the way we do? No. If we didn't have an end game to work towards, there would be no reason to fish at the level we fish at, which is what a lot of us use as therapy every day. Going out there, being one-on-one with yourself, with the Lord, or not. If you're not into that, it is what it is. I'm not here to judge, but just being out there in your own thoughts, resetting out there in the outdoors and by nature. If we didn't have guys like him to look up to, we wouldn't be doing it. And just a humbleness in him. He's a humble man. He's a very humble man. But well, cool. Well, we're about to approach 2 hours. This is definitely the longest show that we've done. Thank you, Dave. Loving the stash. I haven't got a Tom Selleck reference this week, so I think I'm doing okay. I trimmed it up a little bit. It's not overhanging as much. But yeah, we'll let y'all go. Do you have anything else, Nick?
I don't know. That's it.
I don't really have anything either. I'm not going to do the music this week since I guess it cuts me off every time. But well, good deal. Y'all have a good week. Stay blessed. Stay humble, and focus on the kingdom first, and he'll give you everything you need, just like we said. Remember, guys, it's not just a tournament, it's a brotherhood. See y'all later.